Helen, one of the Spice Girls. We have been Zooming avidly during the pandemic and sharing recipes and ideas. This month, we're celebrating with food for July the 4th and July the 28th, and now invite you to join us on this gastronomic journey. Typically, on July the 4th in the United States, celebrations include an outdoor barbecue, whereas here in Peru, it is often the Ronda Criolla.
Hi, I'm Hina, the Spice Girl in charge of the appetizer today. I'll prepare fried yuca with palta puree. Palta is a name given in Peru and many South American countries to avocado. In Mexico, in the north, it's aguacate. I'll prepare it for the celebration of our bicentennial Independence Day. 28th of July Peru was declared independent from the 2021, we know we cannot eat yuca raw nor avocado cooked. So my chef is preparing the palta puree, for which he just blended it with a fork, and he's frying the yuca finger-sized sticks. Enjoy!
Gina has just used yucca in her recipe with palta. Yucca is a type of tuber, a starchy vegetable that grows beneath the soil. Guess what? Potatoes are tubers too, and a big news in both US and Peruvian cooking. I'm sure you know that there are over 4,000 varieties of native potatoes grown in the Andes. Here are a few recipes you might like to try this July.
This is Connie de Abad from the Spice Girls group. We are celebrating our Peru's bicentennial year and our 4th of July with some goodies for you. As you know, sweet potatoes, they used to come from Polynesia, but they also say that they started their origin from our Andes. We can have them starchy and sweet, as the pink ones, purple, and yellow ones. Let's come with the preparation. Let's go with this preparation. Having our sweet potatoes already mashed, and we have boiled them with cinnamon sticks and cloves. Now we are going to add to this puree some orange juice, enough so it can smooth well. If the sweet potato is not already too sweet, we can add some sugar. If it's brown sugar, it's going to taste better. Milk, cream milk. A little bit more. This goes to taste. And if you want it glossy and very creamy, you add some butter, not margarine, butter. We add more nutmeg. And this is it. Okay, this is ready, completely ready for the table. Don't forget to warm it up before. And before saying bye-bye, we need to toast for our Peruvian bicentennial once again and an American 4th of July. Cheers to all of you, my good friends. Salud.
Hi, today I'm going to show you how to prepare huancaína sauce. And you can serve it over boiled potatoes, you can serve it with lettuce, over boiled corn, and we limeños like to have it as sauce for our noodles. All you need is some fresh cheese, queso fresco, some of our very own ají amarillo or yellow ají, some canned evaporated milk, salt and oil, simple cooking oil with no flavor, and the secret ingredient, soda crackers to thicken the sauce. We're going to make a variation to this sauce where we add our very own Peruvian black mint or huacatay, so that at the end you're going to have two versions of the same sauce. Blanch the ají, then cut it, making sure you leave out the veins and the seeds. See, there are no veins and no seeds. Put it all in the blender. First the ají, then the cheese, and soda crackers, and salt, evaporated milk, oil, and blend it all together until it has the consistency that you wish. If you want it chunky, it's fine. If you want it more liquid, that's fine too. You serve it over boiled potatoes with hard-boiled eggs and olives. For the huacatay version, it would be at this point that you add the black mint to the blender before serving. And then you would serve over boiled potatoes with a hard-boiled egg and olives and some lettuce as a garnish.
Hello everybody, I'm Helen and I'm talking to you from my humble little kitchen here in London where I am marooned. I'm assured by my great North American friends that the most perfect accompaniment to a July the 4th barbecue is indeed a potato salad. So today I'm going to quickly go through the do's and don'ts of a potato salad and how you can make your potato salad stand out. First of all, let's have the recipe. So hopefully you managed to have a quick read through that recipe and here are the basic ingredients. So of course you need to have potatoes. We'll talk about those in a moment. We have got with us, if you're cooking 6 to 8 people, we've got 1/4 cup of sour cream. We've got a whole cup of mayonnaise. Of course, if you want to make your own, you always can. But of course, we can always use trusty Hellmann's mayonnaise. We have celery, which is chopped finely, and I'll talk about that slightly later on, something quite important. We have red onion, very finely chopped. Again, you can substitute something else for that if you wish. We have Dijon mustard, French mustard. We have salt, we have pepper, we have white wine vinegar, and we have herbs. And basically, that's what you want, and we can talk about the options in a little while. Obviously, the essential ingredient in a potato salad is a potato, but the type of potato you use is absolutely thoroughly important, okay? Today, as I am in the UK, I am using either the Charlotte potato or a Royal New Jersey potato, which is a very small potato with a very thin skin. The important thing about the potato you use for potato salad is it must be a waxy potato and it must have a thin skin. If you're in the States, typically a Yukon Gold or a Dakota Rose potato is the perfect potato for a potato salad. And if you're in Peru, then a Papa Amarilla is the best potato for a potato salad. So, important you get the right potatoes. Secondly, the celery I briefly talked about earlier. I like to peel my celery. When you get the celery stalks, go along it with the peeler and string it, and then it is less stringy that way. You don't have to, but I think it tastes that little bit better if you do. So for the potatoes, they need to be waxy and they need to be thin-skinned. It's completely up to you whether you have the skins on or you have the skins off. You need to boil them similar sizes. So if they're small potatoes like this, that's fine. If not, you need to cut them into similar sizes so they cook evenly. Another big hint is cook your potatoes in cold water to begin with and bring them to the boil. This ensures a more even cooking. Depending on the potato, it will take 15 to 20 minutes. So there are a few things you should do, but as regards to don'ts, what you shouldn't do is do not put salt in the water, all right? This alters its boiling point, and also it makes it not so easy for the potatoes to cook evenly. So you don't salt the water, but you do salt them afterwards. So when do you salt them? Well, when the potatoes are cooked and when they are drained, you put them in a baking tray and then you add a couple of tablespoons of white wine vinegar and you salt to your taste, and you can add a bit of pepper. And that's when you do them, when they're hot and they absorb those flavours much. And so the recipe is really straightforward. Just remember, when the potatoes are cooked, you add them to the creamy mixture with the mayo and the sour cream. Add them gently so they don't break up. And just in case I didn't mention it earlier, you always need to refrigerate your potato salad for at least 1 hour or even overnight. A couple of hours would be perfect. Here's one I made earlier. It isn't quite finished because it needs a little bit of decoration. So what I'd like to decorate it with today is some chopped herbs. Sprinkle them on the top. And as well as chives, you can always add parsley. I don't think I will today. A little bit of mint, elevates it a bit, gives it a little bit of freshness. If mint is something you like, always goes well with potatoes. And something on top to decorate it. You might want to use a hard-boiled egg. I'm just going to use a little sprig of mint. And there we go, the finished product. Along with potatoes, there are also many different types of corn, and it is a staple in both these cuisines. And a barbecue, of course, wouldn't be the same without meat. Steak is ubiquitous in the United States and chorizo in Peru. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Ceci, and I'm here to talk about Peruvian corn that has been with us for ages. It has been represented in waffles, so it's been around for a long time. What I'm going to prepare is corn with cumin, butter, and lime juice. So we need the corn, butter, cumin, and the lime juice, and the corn kernels. So I have the corn kernels here. I have already added the butter. I add the cumin and the lime juice. Once this is ready, we can add also a little bit of salt and pepper. We set it on the stove until the butter melts and it gets all the flavors. And here is the final dish that can be served as a side dish or as a piquero, as an hors d'oeuvre. It's very good, it's very tasty, it's very simple, so enjoy.
Hi, my name is Chrissy Olinger. I'm a member of the AWLC since 2016. I live in Lima, Peru, but I'm visiting family in Nevada. We're going to be grilling grass-fed beef from Alpine Ranch here in Nevada, and also corn on the cob. Here in the United States, we take barbecuing really seriously. This is my brother-in-law's grill. He designed and built it himself. corn two different ways. Some of it is going to be on the barbecue complete in husk, and some of it has been husked, and this is just simple tinfoil. So for the meat, we have 3 different kinds of meat here. We have a fillet, we have a ribeye, and we have a London broil. All of them are room temperature. They were all pre-seasoned with salt. In this case, we use sal from Mares from Peru. We scored the London broil so that the salt could get into all the nooks and crannies, and so that it'll cook thoroughly. So first we put the corn on while the grill is preheating. It takes about 15 minutes. So the corn cooked in the husk came out perfect. The idea is to sear the meat, okay, so that it maintains all of its juices inside, and then to cook it for additional time. The London broil has to be flipped every minute or so. The others can go a little longer before flipping.
Hi, I'm Annie Aranda, and I'm here today to talk to you about chorizos. Delicious chorizos for your barbecue on 28th of July or the 4th of July. No barbecue is complete unless you have delicious chorizo to go with it. Now, chorizos came to Peru from Europe, primarily Spain. Though in later years, we have a German influence. They are made of 60 to 70% pork, 20 to 40% pork fat, and spices. Delicious. That's what gives them their good taste. We have cumin and pepper and oregano, garlic and onion. And some chorizos are cured or smoked. That gives them an added flavor. For example, here, this one is artisan from Brett. It looks delicious. This is a hot and spicy one from Otto Kunz. This is my husband's and ours favorite. It has a little bit of oregano and less salt than most, and it's from Gaston. And no discussion of chorizos is complete unless you talk about the very famous chorizo from Huacho. Huacho is a small town 148 kilometers north of Lima, and they've been producing chorizo since the time of the Spaniards. What makes them unique is that they are reddish color, as achote or anato in English. They have cumin and they have beef. So it's pork, beef, cumin, achote for the color. All these types take about 20 minutes on the grill, 20 to 30 minutes in the oven. You can check them with a meat thermometer, or at least they should have an internal temperature of 170 degrees Fahrenheit or 77 degrees Celsius. Now, once your chorizo is done, you can serve it on a piece of bread, add your lettuce, if you like, your tomato, and delicious Peruvian sauces are ají sauce. You can find the recipe in the AWLC cookbook, or chimichurri, which is made with a base of parsley and garlic. I will send, you can look for the recipe, the chimichurri, with our Spice Girl recipes. Enjoy, enjoy, and happy 28th of July.
And here's the recipe for Annie's chimichurri salsa. And many people would say a meal is not a meal without dessert. Look what we have here.
Hi, I'm going to show you how to make mazamorra morada, or blue corn pudding. You're going to need blue corn, pineapple, quince or an apple, cinnamon and cloves, whole cinnamon and whole cloves, a potato starch or cornstarch if you do not have that to thicken the. You take the kernels off the corn cob like this. Once you have all the kernels free, you put the cobs and the kernels in the pot along with the pineapple, the quince, and the cloves and the cinnamon. There's the pineapple peel, only the peel. The quince peel. And the cinnamon and cloves, and bring it to a boil over medium heat. Then you strain the liquid from the solids and you chill a little bit of it because you're going to use it to mix with the cornstarch to thicken the liquid and make pudding. So here we're dissolving the potato starch in a little bit of the liquid, and you pour that solution into the pot over low heat and you keep stirring, and as you can see, it'll slowly start to thicken. And I have already gone ahead and added the dried fruit. And at the very end, once it's the thickness you want, you add a little bit of lime juice. Let it chill, serve with diced pineapple and sprinkle with cinnamon.
Hi there, my name is Sheila Christensen-Jano, and today I am going to present my classic apple crumble. Enjoy! Here are all my ingredients that I need for my classic apple crumble: rolled oats, flour, sugar, green apples, cinnamon, some lemon juice, and butter that will go into this wonderful classic bowl that my mom had. It's probably older than I am. Here you can see the diced apples mixed with the sugar, the white sugar, lemon juice, and the cinnamon. And you just mix it till it's totally combined. Here we have the crumble topping, which is flour, white sugar, cinnamon, and the rolled oats, which you can see here. They must be the rolled oats. In my opinion, it makes the crumble much tastier. And to that, I add 2 sticks of butter, which is about 225 grams of butter, melted. And then you mix it together. The bowl that I wanted to originally use, which is really vintage, was a bit too small, so I transferred to another vintage bowl of my mom's. And the apples fit perfectly in there, and there's plenty of room on the top section here to put all of the crumble. Here you can see the crumble mixture all put together. And I've already started to place it over the apples that are in the bowl, which I'm going to completely cover. Here is the classic apple crumble recipe that I use 95% of the time. Someone gave me this many years ago. I can't even remember, probably someone in my family, and I've been using it ever since, mostly because it's extremely simple to do. This is the ingredients here for the apples part, and then the crumble topping, and then the directions of how to put it all together. It's time to put the apple crumble into the oven. There we go. Hi there. Here's the finished product of the apple crumble. As you can see, I have it in a vintage bowl. You could use a pie pan, but it has to be a rather large and deep pie pan. I am presenting my finished project to you from the balcony of my parents' condo in the Chicago area. Hope you all have a great 4th of July.
And finally, we do need something to wash it all down with. Are you feeling thirsty yet?
Hello, I'm Cecilia and my husband
Alfonso.
and we're here to prepare for you Peruvian pisco sour, because what is 28 de Julio without a pisco sour? So we have three main ingredients. One of them is simple syrup, which is sweet. Then we have the sour,
Lemon.
lime
Lime
juice,
juice.
and to mix it together, pisco. And the best pisco for pisco sour is quebranta. So now the preparation. We start putting in a shaker some cubes of ice. Then we continue with the simple syrup. Next, the main ingredient, the pisco. And lime juice, perfect. And we also add egg white. Okay, so now my shaker, personal shaker, if he's handsome, it's better. 1, 2, 3, shake, shake, shake for about 30 seconds until the egg white is foamy. Alrighty. And last but not least is alright. We serve it and garnish with a few drops of Angostura bitter. Wonderful. So now it's time to say happy 4th of July and feliz 28 de Julio.
Cheers.
Cheers. Delicious.
We are about to prepare one of our favorite refreshing beverages called the Chilcano. This involves 1.5 ounces of pisco of your choice, about 7 ounces of ginger ale. In this case, we're using Canada Dry Bold here in the US. We grate some fresh ginger, and then we do a squeeze of 1 entire lime. So here we go with the preparation. So here we go to make a quick Chilcano. We're going to use 1.5 ounces of Querolo Pisco. This is one of my dad's vintage shot pours. It's probably 50 years old, maybe more. And then I'm going to use this entire can of the ginger ale, or to the brim. Perfect. And then I grated some ginger, fresh ginger. I'm putting it in right now. This really enhances the Chilcano. I stir that very nicely so it fully is in every sip. You'll taste the ginger in every single sip. In the US, I also buy this ginger that's already pureed. It's in a paste form, so it's easier than grating if you can't find decent ginger. And then the final touch will be a squeeze of lime. We use an entire lime. The limes here in the US are really dry, so I'm really missing my Peruvian limes right now. Anyways, just pretend there's juice coming out of here. There's hardly any coming out. And you stir this up. And then, salud. Happy 4th of July.
Cheers to this beautiful group, the Spice Girls, and cheers to all the AWLC members. Feliz 28 and happy 4th of July.
I hope you had a happy 4th of July and Feliz 28, y'all.
I hope you all had a wonderful, happy 4th of July. I hope you have a wonderful, happy 28th of July. It's been a pleasure being together with these Spice Girls, and I wish you all a wonderful July holidays. Cheers.
Happy 4th of July and Fiestas Patrias to everyone from sunny Las Vegas. Cheers, wherever you are in the world.
Cheers to Peru's independence. I hope we stay independent for 200 more years. Feliz 28.
Toast to all our good friends from the American Women's Club to say a happy 4th of July, and to our Peruvian friends, 28 de julio. Feliz 28 de julio. Cheers.
Cheers to my audience. I would like to wish you, I hope you had a nice 4th of July, and I wish you a happy 28th of July to you and all your family. Cheers.
Greetings from Chicago, Illinois. With my Bloody Mary, a toast to all of you for a happy 4th of July and Feliz 28.
Cheers from the Spice Girls.
Cheers.
Cheers.